What's up, FOA Squad? I'm Anthony, and welcome to our channel, Life with Anthony. I hope you guys are doing well out there. This is kind of like a nighttime chit chat because I wanted to bring you guys up to date on what is going on my job. I just got into my parking spot and got my panels and everything in, and I'm here in bed. I'm about to go to sleep as soon as I finish this video. But I did want to share with you guys what went down on my job today. I went to work today and I found out that a road tender on day side on press one quit on Friday. I heard that he was quitting, and I asked him last week, was that true? And he was really vague about it and saying, he told me, he asked me who told me that. And I was like, I just wanted to, say goodbye and good luck, you know. I'm not trying to be all up in your business or whatever, because he got all vague and kind of mysterious about it, like it's some big deal that he's quitting or whatever. But anywho, he did quit on Friday, and I was working today, and my supervisor comes up to me and he says, once again, two things. He said, there's a dayside position open on press one. He said it's a permanent position. Because the last time he came up to me, I kind of made it sound like I was really like on the fence about the position, because he said it was going to be for like 2 months or so. And I didn't want to go back and forth. Of course, I couldn't tell him, well, I live in my car and, second shift is the best shift for me. So I went ahead and made it sound like that's the reason why I did not want to even consider being on day work. But that wasn't the case this time. He said because the guy quit. So it's a permanent spot that's open. So he said, think about it. And then I went into this conversation with him because there are four there are four operators in the press room that are just mean people. They don't know how to treat their crew. They talk to their crew any kind of way. I'm working with one, but he has calmed down over the years from what I heard, and he hasn't shown any like nastiness to me, except the very first day that we worked together. He came up to me with some bullshit, and then I went back up at the front of the press with some bullshit back at him. Because these people have to realize that I'm not the same person that I was when I first started working there. The old timid person, because I don't know these people. I'm just starting to work with these people. So I was accepting a lot of shit that was thrown my way. But I've been there 2.5 years now, and I know everybody's personality. And I'm not the same person that I was when I started working there. You ain't gonna talk no bullshit to me and think that I'm allowing you to do it this time around. That little timidness just is not there anymore. So he's one of the mean person on day work, day side. I worked with him for about a month and a half, or maybe a little more, a little longer, when I first started there, and they were putting me on each of the presses and to become more familiar with each of the presses. And he yelled at me twice. I'm talking up in my face twice. And then I witnessed him in a shouting match with my ex-operator. So I know how he can get. I've seen him in rare form. So I told my supervisor that, I shared my thoughts with him on that. I said, and I don't want to work with someone like that. And then my supervisor tried to turn the tables all around and talking all that craziness about, oh, you have the power, all the power. If you go and say one word to so and so, who is the plant manager, uh, the operator would be afraid of you. I'm like, what in the hell are you talking about? Power? I don't have no power. And the thing about it is, I don't want to go to work in misery. I don't want to go to work in misery. I don't want to work with someone and he doesn't help you out. He's one of those old school mentalities where he think he has earned the right to do nothing because he's been in the industry for 40 years or whatever. And he makes his crew do everything for him. And I don't like that. I don't like that, you know. That's one of the reasons why my current operator have a sour taste in his mouth about me, because I don't do everything for him or anything for him for all that matters. Like the guy that he worked with for 10 years that my supervisor took him away and replaced him with me. So he still haven't quite gotten over that yet. And that's why every now and then, you know, he'll throw a little. He's been good though. I'm not even gonna lie about it. He's been good, you know, except that first day we worked together. But after that, you know, but I he told me to think about it. But I'm going back up in there tomorrow and tell him, look, I don't want to work with him. And then I asked the girl when she came in, you know, because she's a road tender as well. I asked her, I said, are you going on Dayside and work with so and so? She was like, no. No, I'm not, because she was working with him on Dayside when I was did my little period of time over there. She was on Dayside working with him, so she knows how he is as well. Everybody knows how he is, and nobody wants to work with him. And I blame management for that, because they allowed those four guys to treat people any kind of way, and now they are to a point where nobody wants to work with certain people. Everybody has somebody there that they don't care or don't want to work with. And it makes it more difficult for the supervisors to try to get people to go certain places, go and work certain places. And I blame them. You know, you should not allow people to talk to people. Now, granted, the people who are being spoken to in that manner should speak up for themselves and stuff, but some people don't have that personality to speak up for themselves. Some people are timid and everything, you know what I mean? And that kind of personality scares them. And like I said, that's how I felt when I first started working there and came across he and I, and you know, him yelling at me like he crazy and shit. And so I know how this guy is, and I am not gonna put myself in a situation where I have to, you know, as my supervisor say, I have the power. I don't know what damn power he talking about. But you know what, going running up into the front office and telling on them and all that kind of stuff. No, y'all should have took care of that years ago. You know. So I don't know what they're gonna do. And another road tender was coming in on third shift when I was leaving out, and I said, "Hey, so and so, are you going on Dayside and work with so and so?" And he said, "Hell no," just like that. Hell no. As we walk past one another. And see, nobody wants to work. And I'm so curious to how they're going to handle that, because nobody is going to volunteer and go and work with that guy. So I don't know what they're going to do. And it got me to thinking, I'm glad I got a little change saved up. I'm glad I got a little chunk of change, because I might have to start using that chunk of change and getting me a different job if they pull something. But luckily for me, I'm not at the bottom of the totem pole. The guy that walked past me and I asked him, are he going on Dayside? He said, hell no. He is below me, because when I first started working there, he was a stack operator, and he not recently, maybe 6 months or so, a little longer, became a permanent road tender. So position wise, he is below me. So if they get into a forced situation, they would have to try to force him to go on day work first before me. I can tell y'all this now. if they try to force me to go on there or even put me on that shift without my consent, that's all she wrote for me. That's all she wrote for me. I will be out of there. And he told me, my supervisor was like, I wouldn't let nobody stop me from being working on the shift that I want to be on. And I'm thinking to myself, I never came in the office and asked you to go on day work, so I don't know what he was talking about. I am right where I want to be. I'm right where I want to be, and that's where I'm going to stay if I can help it. Well, I can help it because if I can't stay there, I'm not going to be there. It's just that simple, you know. And I never had so far had the courage to just leave. I was going to leave last year, but you know, if given a good reason and being forced to work with that guy is a good reason for me, I know that I will leave there. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time to be going to work in misery and working with somebody that don't help you out and working with somebody that yells and this and that. And then my supervisor gonna say some crazy stuff about he told the guy the only person that he can think of that might come over here and work with him is me. And then he said the guy said, oh, he doesn't like me, so he's not gonna come over here. And I said to my supervisor, he's right. I don't like him. And I'm not going over there. I ain't telling my supervisor I wasn't going over there, but I'm telling him tomorrow. I'm not going over there. That is crazy. And then here's the other thing, guys. They be giving people 2 and 3 months of leave time at a time. They have quite a few foreigners that work in the press room, and they like to go back to their country. And when I first started working there, they were letting them guys go back to their country for 3 months. They have since cut that down to allowing them to go for 1 month now. And they have 2 people out on leave. One guy just started his month. He's not a foreigner though. He just started his month Friday. So he's going to be gone for a month. He's an operator. They have our operator 60 something years old, y'all. He's about 65, 66. And he going to be working 12-hour shifts, staying late until 3:30 in the morning. I guess until the other operator comes back. Now the other guy been gone for about 3 weeks into his month, so he should be coming back soon. But he's a road tender on press one, so when he comes back, they should put him, who was on second shift, and the third shift guy on 12 hours, and then they don't have to get nobody over there, cause they not afraid to put people on 12 hours for like weeks on end. But that's not going to be me. I ain't working on 12-hour weeks on end. I am going in 12 hours for the rest of this week. I filled out a paper saying that I'm not available to work Sunday because I want a day off. So I will work Saturday if they schedule me to work Saturday. But I put in a paper saying I'm not available on Sunday because after working these 4 12-hour shifts, and possibly Saturday, I sure as hell going to need a day off. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. All that happened today. My supervisor going to be disappointed because I'm not going over there and work with that dude, and I'm going to let him know that tomorrow. So I don't even know why I didn't just say it right out the gate, but we had a little conversation, and I told him why, I'm possibly not going to go over there and work with that guy. Anyway, I'm sleepy. I'm about to head to bed. As always, thank you guys for taking a few minutes out of your day to watch my videos. I appreciate you guys. Oh, and by the way, I should have put this up. Don't forget, here is the list of people of you guys who will be getting a magnet sent to you. I put it at the beginning of the video, so you should have seen it by now. Anywho, don't forget to send me an email with your mailing address, your mailing information, and I'll send you a magnet. I'll get them. I got so much little stuff going on. I'm trying my best to finish up the the instruction videos. I might end up just putting the first two out first, and then because I wanted to put 4 of them on one video because they so short. But if I take any longer, I'm just gonna go ahead and put those 2 out, and then continue to try to work on them. It is really a much longer process. Okay, you know what? Good night.